going on, everybody? Hope you all are having a fantastic day today. Now, today I want to chat with you guys a little bit about the kill streaks of Call of Duty Modern Warfare. I'm not going to be talking about all of them, but some of these kill streaks have some positives, some of them have some negatives, and a lot of them are very underrated, and a lot of people don't even bother looking at them or even bother using them. But I want to tell you guys some tips and tricks on how to use these specific kill streaks, and also I just want to give you guys a list of the best streaks to use to give you the maximum amount of kills per game, and also my personal favorite streaks as well that I usually run game to game as well. First off, the 3 kill streak category, you guys just need to completely scrap that out of your memory. Don't even bother using anything that is worth 3 kills. It's all useless. The shield turret, completely clunky, very annoying, and I think you can only place it down once. You can't even bother picking it up and moving. And in a game like Call of Duty, moving is very key. Even though camping is pretty strategic and a lot of people like to do that in Modern Warfare, still till this day, if you do not move around, you probably can't streak up very well. You have to reposition, you have to change your location every once in a while, you have to know how to rotate the map, and having a shield turret does not allow you to do that. It kind of just pushes you to hold one location, and on top of that, they can still shoot you in the toes, they can shoot you in the head if they have a good angle, they can shoot you from behind. It's just not useful. You're pretty much a sitting duck while you're sitting on the shield turret. And on top of that, the personal UAV in the 3 kill streak section just isn't worth it as well. I mean, it's nice being able to have a 3 kill streak version of the UAV, but for one more kill, you get a UAV for everybody. And also on top of that, the personal UAV puts a little radar thing, not a radar thing, but it shows the personal UAV since it's an actual object floating above your character. So all the enemy has to do is look on the minimap, see where the personal UAV is floating, go exactly to where it is, and they'll find you, kill you. That's the end of your streak. It pretty much exposes you for having a UAV, so don't even bother. If you want to stay hidden, if you want to stay off the radar, especially if you're a ghost player, a personal UAV is only going to do a lot worse for you than you can imagine. Now for the 4 kills, it's very simple. If you're a new player, if you struggle to get streaks a lot, if you can't get streaks at all, just in general, use the care package. It helps you get streaks that you can't get, and it's not very useful all the time, but at least you get a chance of getting a cool streak. But for any other person, anybody else who wants to grind for higher streaks, the best thing that you could possibly use is the UAV. The counter is very useful as well, but UAV is so useful. Having more knowledge than the enemy is pretty much everything in this video game. And even though a lot of people use Ghost, at least when they shoot their weapon, they still show up if you have a UAV. So it's still a little bit beneficial, even though more than half the population uses Ghost to stay off the UAV. But having info, at least the slightest bit of info, at least 1 or 2 people on the other team not using Ghost, at least it will kind of expose their spawns, and you will still be able to manage to find them. So having a UAV is extremely useful in this game. Everything in the 5 kill streak category, I don't even bother using. It's not really going to get you that many kills. But after this is the real deal right here. Now, like I said, I would start off with the UAV if you're not planning on using an advanced UAV, which is my personal favorite. But if you're looking for the most kills, I would say your best setup would probably have to be somewhere around the UAV to the skip the 7 streaks as well, because the Wheelson is completely useless. You can use the tank, but that's only in 10v10 in Ground War. And in Ground War, it's pointless to use a tank as a kill streak because there's already 50 tanks that spawn in your spawn, so why would you use a tank? And then, of course, the sentry gun. It's kind of useful, but just completely skip the 7 kill streaks. Just stick with UAV. Then I would skip all the way down to the 8 streak and hit the VTOL jet up, because the emergency airdrop might sound pretty cool. But if you're already that competent of a player that you can grind up to 8 kills, don't waste your time with an emergency airdrop. Just go ahead, use your time to get the VTOL, because it will be a lot more useful for you in the long run, and it will pick you up a lot of kills. That's the whole point right now, is to get you tons of kills. That's the whole point. And then after the 8 kill streak VTOL, I would highly suggest hitting up either the chopper gunner or go ahead and hit up the gunship. Both of them will do a lot of damage. Both of them will do a lot of kills. But personally, I think that the gunship will probably get you a little bit more action. I like the chopper gunner and all, but it gets shot down very quickly. And I don't know, you can get a good amount of kills, but I think the AC-130 or the gunship, I guess I should say, will probably get you the maximum amount of kills out of all of this. And on top of all of that, if you want the max amount of kills, like let's say you want like insanely high kill games, then I would completely scrap the UAV. Don't bother with the advanced UAV either. Just go all aggressive streaks and easily pick down the VTOL as an 8 streak. You will start off with an 8 streak, hit up the VTOL, then go ahead and hit up the 10 streak as the chopper gunner, and then hit up the 12 streak as the gunship. That will maximize the amount of kills you can get. Now, a lot of people will probably say, well, wouldn't the jug suit get you the most kills out of all of this? Yes and no. It depends on the map. It depends on the game mode. It's just not that reliable of a streak. He runs way too slow, and with how the maps are designed, they're very large scaled, so it's hard to get to point A to point B with the jug suit. And even in a game of ground war domination where you're holding a flag, you have to pray to God that people are going to push that objective, and they can all see you have the jug suit on the map. Everybody in the game can see exactly where you are. I personally think they should take that away, because you just grinded 15 kills to get that jug suit. So why does the enemy get the upper hand advantage on knowing exactly where you are? I don't really think it's fair. I think they should take that off the minimap, but that's another con as well. They can see exactly where you are, so they can avoid you at all times. So the jug suit is just too slow, and it's not very helpful. Getting the max kills is very easy. Just use the VTOL, put it down in a strategic location where it could defend you, go ahead, get some more gun kills, work up to the chopper gunner, and then easily get to the gunship as well. You could probably get all of those streaks while the VTOL is still in the sky, and then you streak up. With the chopper gunner and the gunship, you're just in heaven. You're just going to get the maximum amount of kills probably every single game if you are able to streak up consistently. Keep in mind, if you can't streak up consistently, then I would not recommend using these streaks. If you are a newer player and you are trying to get a lot of kills, but you can't get those type of streaks like the gunship and stuff like that, or the jug suit, then the best way that you can maximize your kills personally would be easily going to the UAV. Like I said before, easy 4 kills helps you know exactly where the enemies are. I would probably hit up the VTOL jet still, and then it's hard, but if you can't get the 10 streaks to get the chopper gunner, then your best bet would have to be the Wheelson. Like I said, I'm not a big fan of the Wheelson, but if you can't get the 10 streak, don't even bother. A Wheelson plus a VTOL jet, if you call them in at the same time, you can still get a good amount of kills, but it won't be the maximum amount of kills. You won't be completely streaking up. You won't be getting, 100 plus kills a game. It's not going to happen with the Wheelson and the VTOL. But you will still get good kill counts in your matches, and you will probably see a higher performance if you run those specific streaks. But let me tell you guys my favorite streaks that I use every single game I play, also including one of the most underrated streaks as well. Now, first off, I use the VTOL as my first streak, as the 8 streak, because that's just my most reliable one. I like going for higher streaks, and when I'm going on nuke streaks, I enjoy using the advanced UAV, because it's very helpful for getting more gun kills, knowing where the enemies are spawning, and just picking up some easy kills to work towards the nuke. So advanced UAV is usually always my go-to. I usually choose going for nukes over going for max kill games, so that's why I use the advanced UAV. If you're not going for the nuke and you just want a lot of kills, don't use the advanced. Just don't. Use the gunship if you want a lot of kills. But if you're like me and you want to grab up a nuke, go ahead and use the advanced. Very helpful. But of course, like I said, the VTOL, advanced UAV. Now the middle streak is where it's all comes together. Now, if you're going for nukes like I am, I usually either use the, what's the 11 streak again? The support helo, which is one good one, because I don't like using streaks that take me out of the game. Sometimes I will, like the chopper gunner, because it's very handy if you need to flip spawns or something like that. But when I'm going for nukes, I try to preserve all my times with gun kills. So I use streaks that don't take up my time out of the game. So the support helo is one that will, go in, put in some work. Not as good as the VTOL. The VTOL is definitely better than support helo. I don't know why, since the support helo is 11 kills and the VTOL is 8 kills. But it's not as good, but it'll still put in some work and get you some kills. And then, like I said, I'll grind up for the advance and then start working towards a nuke. Not the best way to get max kills, but it's a good nuke streak. But my favorite of all time, and this is very helpful, is running VTOL, White Phosphorus, and then the advanced UAV. Now, I know from a lot of people, White Phosphorus is probably the most hated streak in this game. People think it's very useless, it doesn't put in any work, and that's true. It's not a streak that's made for killing people. It's a streak that's made for assisting you. And the reason I love it so much is, like I said, I go for nukes. If you're not a nuke player, if you want maximum amount of kills, I would not even in the slightest recommend using the white phosphorus to any of you guys. Like I said, if you want max kills, stick to stuff like the chopper gunner, the gunship, VTOLs, stuff like that will get you max kills. But if you're going for nukes, white phosphorus is very handy. The best way to use my way of using kill streaks is to go ahead, call in the VTOL. Use the VTOL to, like I always say, defend you, so you can use your own gun to get your more kill streaks. Then go ahead and get the white phosphorus, but don't use it just yet. Hold on to it until you get the advanced UAV. Then after getting the advanced UAV, find out where they're all at, call in the white phosphorus on their spawn points, and then just gun them down. What white phosphorus does so well is that if you're in game modes like ground war and stuff like that, or 10v10, and they have a specific spawn point, and it's not like 6v6 where the spawns flip every 5 seconds so they can spawn away from the white phosphorus. If you place the white phosphorus good enough, you can get in a point where every time they spawn, they will get hit by the white phosphorus, and it's nothing they can do without a stim. They're always going to be instantly hurt no matter how many times they spawn into the game until the white phosphorus goes away. So basically, for you have an upper hand advantage. You have an advanced UAV, and also every enemy on the enemy team is one shot, besides the enemies who are using stim shot. So it basically benefits you, so you can kill people easier with an advanced UAV. You basically melt them since they're one shot, which equals up to an easy nuke. But please, guys, make sure you go ahead down into the comment section and let me know all of your opinions on what you think the best kill streaks in this game are and what your go-to setup is. Like I said, my favorite streaks straight up are the VTOL, white phosphorus, and then the advanced UAV. No matter what game mode, 6v6, 10v10, or ground war, I think it works very well. Now, the white phosphorus definitely works better in ground war, obviously, but if your team is good enough, or if you're running a big enough party like a 4 or 5 man, you will be able to hold spawns good in 6v6, and if you can hold the spawns good and position the white phosphorus well enough, you will have a massive advantage over the enemy. But make sure if you enjoyed today's video, make sure you go ahead and leave a like. If you hated it, you can always dislike it. If you're brand new to this channel and you enjoyed what you heard and saw today, make sure you go ahead and subscribe and hit that bell notification button as well to be notified on all of my recent uploads. Or if you just want to follow me, chat with me, or see anything that I'm talking about with Call of Duty, you can follow me over on Twitter at JbowenDaMan. And also if you just want to catch me live streaming some video games, I do that over on Twitch at JbowenDaMan as well. Thank you all so much for checking out this video. I'll see you on the next one. Peace out.